Well, a very good evening to all of you. Assalamu alaikum and adab. On my own behalf, on behalf of my colleague Nasir, my two senior colleagues and members of the Legislative Assembly, Janab Farooq Shah Sahab, Tanveer Sadiq Sahab, I'd like to welcome all of you to Srinagar. I'd like to welcome back those of you who've been here before, and I'd like to say a heartfelt welcome to those of you who haven't been here before, and tell you how glad we are that all of you are here. This event was actually born out of rather tragic circumstances. This event was born out of the post-Pahalgam situation that prevailed in Jammu and Kashmir, and was born really out of the initiative of the leadership of HDFC, of your team sitting here. Because at that time, given what had happened in Pahalgam, visiting Jammu and Kashmir and visiting the valley was something that most people were unwilling to consider and were unwilling to think about. And on our part, we were trying to see what we could do to gradually get people to come back to the valley, to come back to Jammu and Kashmir. And it's your people who came to see me and said that, look, we do this annual conference, and this year we'd like to do it in Srinagar. I said, look, nothing like it. We'd be more than happy to help in whichever way we can, to support whatever it is that you do, because HDFC now has grown to become an important partner in Jammu and Kashmir's progress. And we are particularly proud of the close links now that HDFC Bank has with Jammu and Kashmir. There was a time when banking in J&K did not go beyond J&K Bank. That was it. If you said bank, the first word that would come to people's minds would be J&K Bank. But we've moved on from there. We've also moved on from times where private sector banks would come to Jammu and Kashmir, would make a very sort of tepid entry, literally dip their toe in the water, and if something went wrong, would immediately close up and disappear, and we'd have a very difficult time bringing them back. The fact that HDFC Bank's branch number has now crossed, what did you say, 124, is in itself a testament to the long-term commitment that HDFC Bank has with Jammu and Kashmir. And this spreads across the gamut of banking activities, so whether it is deposits, whether it is lending, whether it is priority sector lending, whether it is moving into areas that are far from our big towns and cities to more remote parts of Jammu and Kashmir, having a wide range of ATMs across Jammu and Kashmir, a lot of CSR activity. So for us, our relationship with HDFC Bank is an important one, and today that relationship has assumed a different dimension. You know, in good times, everybody wants to be your friend, and I should know that. Coming from what is perhaps one of the most uncertain lines of work in the country, where today I'm here and tomorrow God knows where I'll be. I know how the term fair weather friend applies, and believe me, with an event such as this, HDFC Bank has shown itself to be a friend of Jammu and Kashmir through good times and bad. So from my part, I'd like to assure all of you that whatever it is we can do on the part of my government to further help HDFC Bank move into Jammu and Kashmir and to grow in Jammu and Kashmir, whatever it is that we can do, we'll be more than happy to support whatever steps you take and whatever initiatives you have, because so many of you from different parts of the country here in what have turned out to be actually rather difficult circumstances for us again. When we conceived, or when this event was conceived and when the date was fixed, I don't think any of us imagined that we'd barely escape a flood-like situation again. We actually, thanks to the Almighty, we got lucky that the rain stopped when it did. As I was mentioning earlier to someone, if the rain had gone on for another 24 hours, this event would likely have been happening underwater. That's how close we came to floods. So, man proposes, God disposes. We had prepared for the worst. Thankfully, the worst didn't come, and you are here celebrating not only HDFC's stellar performance, but also being here in Jammu and Kashmir. For us, all we ask of you is that please enjoy your time here, get out as much as you can. I'm not sure what this program of yours entails, whether they will take you out of Srinagar or not. If they're not going to take you, may I request you to do your own sort of little bit of travel here and there. There's a lot that we have to offer Jammu and Kashmir. It's not for nothing that we call ourselves heaven on earth. Very often, tongue-in-cheek, I tell my friends from Kerala that we were heaven on earth long before you were God's own country. And we wrote the book on tourism promotion. The words that you saw written up there, which loosely translated mean, if there is heaven on earth, it is this, it is this, it is this. These words were conceived or written hundreds of years ago and are actually inscribed on the walls in a room in Lal Killa, in Red Fort in Delhi. So long before little pithy catchphrases and hashtag slogans became famous, Jammu and Kashmir had its own with regard to tourism and promotion. So we take a lot of pride in what we have to offer and the places that we have available to us. So having so many of you here for the first time, I can only hope that you have a pleasant stay, that you enjoy your visit here, that you're able, that we give you a little bit of a taste to whet the appetite as a, let's say, as a starter, and entice you to come back again. I've always said, and I've said this to my colleagues many times, our success in tourism is not bringing you here for the first time. Bringing you here once is easy to do. Our success will be counted as if we are able to bring you back again. The more repeat visits we have, the more successful I will consider our tourism efforts and the experience that you have. So I can only hope that those of you who have put up your hands this time as having come for the first time, if I ever bump into you again somewhere, you will say that, look, that was my first visit, but I'm here again and I've come back with my family or friends or whoever it is that you've chosen to come back with. My final word would be to thank the local team of HDFC Bank who are on the ground here in the valley, who have kept the HDFC flag flying high through sometimes very difficult circumstances. I myself am a proud HDFC customer. HDFC Bank is the only credit card I carry. My salary does go into another account, but it leaves almost as soon as it arrives. And almost all my banking activity is through HDFC. So I'm not just here as a supporter in terms of what the government can do, but I'm also here as a very satisfied customer in terms of my experience with HDFC Bank. And I'm sure I'm one of not millions, but billions of people who have the same sort of experience. So thank you very much for an excellent bank. Thank you very much for all that you do. Thank you very much for trusting us with this event. You could have gone anywhere in the country. You came to Srinagar, for which we will remain eternally grateful. I hope you enjoy your stay here and I look forward to seeing you all again. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Those were words of assurance, and now a bigger round of applause. Come on, everyone. And sir, we make a promise, as you said, coming to Kashmir, first time is easy. We make a promise the second, third, fourth time is coming, and there's no way it's not coming. Also, as a fan of snowboarding and skiing, sir, we keep coming back here. Just to tell you a small episode, we were in Switzerland, Interlaken, and we said we want to go snowboarding there. They said, "Aap Kashmir ja sakte ho. Aapko yahan kyun aana hai?" So it's not just India. Everywhere in the world, Kashmir is the paradise, sir. Gulmarg it is, sir. I'll see you in January. Yeah. Lovely. Okay.
So much, sir, but I am tempted to learn skiing now.
Mauke pe chauka, huh? Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. And I can assure you of one thing, that HDFC Bank will keep coming back to Srinagar and to Kashmir again.